It's just a little bit of unfinished business, I think. Really, when I look back on my career, I had a special time here and never really, finished off like I would have liked to it. And even though I felt I did a super job, I thought it was a great club. It gave me the fans give me the confidence back to, to go on a little bit further. And another retirement. So it's a great club. I think the main thing is it's an old-fashioned football club. I love the stadium. I love the fans and the noise they make, whether they win or lose. One of the not dissimilar to QPR in the stadia. Old-fashioned stadiums, and I think it's really exciting for managers when you manage clubs like that.
I know you won't want to cause any offence to QPR or Sheffield United or the rest, but would you say this is where you were happiest?
Well, no, I've had great times at Plymouth and Huddersfield and Notts County and all the promotions, especially the Wembley playoffs. So no, it was just that I was at a low when I came here. Simon Jordan was fantastic for me. He conned me into coming to come and help him, have a look round and help him. And before I knew where I was as manager, and then it just grew. And we sadly it went into administration and. I had a difficult period of quite a few months just trying to keep the club afloat, really. I had quite a few arguments with the administrator at the time, who, I remember the second day that I came here, I got a letter advising me that I was one of 20 people that could be made redundant by the end of the week. And I told Simon, I remember Simon giving him a rollicking, and the next day he came and apologised. Good job he did and all, because they ended up getting £500,000 from me.
You must have watched then the last 4 years and been
absolutely, yeah.
This club's gone from strength to strength.
Yeah, I think it's the academy. I like, I think the staff, Gary Izzet and the staff, have always had a lot of time for the academy. Though, I think I gave 16 academy lads the debut in 2 years when I was here. So it's always been close. I love Beckenham. I think I feel very comfortable here, and I'm just looking forward to it. I just felt like a young manager this morning. I just excited and nervous and really looking forward to the challenge. When the chairman asked me to help out, I thought it did need a bit of help at the time. I think it does need somebody to steer the ship, and I think that the lads have responded. It's been a great response from them. I've already known a lot of them beforehand, and the other lads I've met really fit into place. I can see now, having met them only one day, why they did so well last year. Got results when probably nobody would have expected them to get results, and that's the kind of lads they are. There's no big time Charlies or anything. It's very, very pleasing.
You'll have watched the various names being thrown about over the last week or so.
In or out?
In.
Oh, right.
In terms of managers, I mean.
Oh, right.
You don't have any sort of news or joint that you weren't first choice for the job?
No, I think sometimes it's fate that you get a right man eventually. It's just one of those things. I think it just fits. I think it fits like a glove, if I'm honest. I think that everything's in place. The staff's there. I think obviously Tony got manager of the year, which is probably the hardest job to follow, really, isn't it? Because according to everybody, there's only one way that they can go. But I think they've got a steady ship. I think they've got a good group of players, and I think if they all play to their capabilities, we're quite capable of holding our own, really. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge, and it's going to be difficult on Saturday because we've got a few injuries and we need a few players. But I hope by Monday night at midnight, with you guys outside, we can show you 2 or 3 people.
Hope so.
And Jim can shout as usual.
He'll be shouting. Do you see yourself as a man just to guide them through a difficult spell, or, if you're being honest, do you see yourself as manager still here 5 years down the line?
Oh no, I don't see myself 5 years. I mean, I hope I'm still living in 5 years, if I'm honest. You don't look beyond, the next couple of years when you're my age, but it does keep you young when you mix around lads like this, and they've still all got things to prove, which I like. I think they can get better, not just accept things. I think we've got to look to push on and improve, really, which will be difficult, but. That's the challenge. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to, as I'd like to steady the ship. We've got a lot of good plans ahead, new training ground, etc. Hoping that comes off. And they've built the club in the right way, really. From from the disappointment of administration to where we are now. It's quite an amazing trip, really, and I think the fans still pinch themselves, but they're a massive part in why they're here, because you heard them on Saturday 3-1 down. It was an amazing watching their response, and that's what they like, home and away. So it's good for me to be in charge of that group again.
I'm sure you and Steve are going to be busy men right up until 11 o'clock on Monday night. In terms of some of the names we might see, Wilfried Zaha, that's nearly over the line, is it?
Yes, it's very close. Yeah, we've agreed everything with just a few little bits, insurance-wise and things like that, to get over. The forms are signed from our end. I've spoke to Wilfried. He joined in without any contact today because we couldn't risk him getting injured. He's used to that, he says, without any contact. So it's I think it's a right fit for Wilfried. I think when you're a young lad and you go to a big club like Manchester United, you can get lost because there's so many good players at a club like that. And he had 3 or 4 good offers really to go elsewhere. But as I said to him, when you're a wide player or a forward, it's so much. When you've got the best part of 15,000 people that love you, you've got a hell of a good chance of having a good season, and I think there's still a lot more to come from him. He's one of those lads that people criticise him at times or they accuse him of not having the right attitude. I've never seen that. I've known him since he was a kid, and I've always thought his attitude's been spot on. If you're willing to spend the time with Wilfried wants to learn all the time, and I think that's a great attribute. So I think you'll see a different Wilfried, and hopefully he'll have a really good season.
And Jack Cork, Gary Hooper, the names being linked to the club as well?
Well, I think there'll be quite a few mentioned in the next few weeks. I'm sure you could mention a few more as well, really. I've had, I think, 320 at so far messages, and they're all brilliant players from different agents. So, we won't be signing that many, but I hope, we can get 3 or 4 over the line. Not going to be easy. I doubt if we'll do anything before the weekend, which, we're going to be a bit unfortunate with 1 or 2 injuries we've got as well. But we've just got to get over that weekend, and then we've got 2 weeks to build really before the next game.